welcome back. Today we're looking at 116, solving exponential equations. The key here is to get to the variable in the exponent. What we're going to do is use the ln and log. So we're also using this property that says that if we have an exponent, we can take that exponent and drop it down to the front of our log. This is property 3 from a couple lessons ago. So let's see how this works. All right, so in this example, we're doing 3 to the x minus 7 equals 6. Our variable is in our exponent. So what we're going to do is log both sides. Or actually, we're doing ln. You can do log, but usually ln is the one that people use more often. It doesn't really matter, but for the sake of keeping it uniform, we're just going to take the ln both sides. It works either way. So what that's going to allow us to do is take our x minus 7, drop it down in the front. So I'm going to put parentheses here. And then that allows us to drop our exponent in front of the ln. All right, so let's go ahead and solve this. We're solving for x, so let's get rid of the ln3 both sides. That's going to be equal to 1. It cancels out. So you have x minus 7 equals ln 6 over ln 3. And then we just have to add our 7 to both sides. So x is going to be, and I'm going to put approximately, because we have to do ln 6 divided by ln 3 plus 7. So go to our calculator. ln 6 divided by ln 3 plus 7. So let's round to the nearest hundredth, 8.63. And we're using the squiggly equal sign because we rounded, right? It's an approximation. Okay, next example. So for this one, we have e to the negative 4x equals 8. Same idea, we're going to do ln e and ln 8. That allows us to drop down our negative 4x. And actually, we can already use this property, and rather than dropping it down, we can say, wait, ln e from property number 5 from our property says anytime we have ln e, it cancels out. So we just have our negative 4x on the left side. That's kind of neat. Equals ln 8. And then to solve for x, we just have to divide by negative 4. So we have ln 8 divided by negative 4. Equals negative 0.52. Okay, on to the last one. This one's a little bit tricky, but not too bad. So same idea here. We're going to ln both sides. Right, that's going to allow us to drop down our exponents, both sides, right? Because we have ln both sides, we have exponents on both sides. So we're going to have 6x ln x. Oh, sorry, ln 6. Equals, I'm going to put parentheses around my x plus 5 because that's the whole exponent. Okay, so here's the tricky part. We have x's on both sides. So what we're gonna do in this case is we're gonna distribute our ln 11 on the right hand side. So we have 6x ln 6. The right side doesn't change. But on the left side, we have x ln 11, right? Because we distributed to the x. And then plus 5 ln 11 because we distributed to the 5. Okay, so just like any other situation, we're going to want to bring our x's to the same side. So we're going to get this x over here, and we're going to do that by subtracting. So that's 0, that's gone. On the left side we have 6x ln 6 minus x ln 11. On the right side we're left with 5 ln 11. Okay, now that we have the x's on the same side, now this is like harder algebraic stuff, but because we have the same factor, the x, we can factor that out. So we're going to bring the x out in front. And then we're going to write the leftover 6 ln 6 minus ln 11, because we took out the x from it, equals 5 ln 11. And then to get the x by itself, we divide by this whole thing. Okay, that cancels. And we're going to do calculator work. So 5 ln 11. 5 ln 11. And we can kind of just put this all in the same calculation. So divided by, we're going to put parentheses here, 6 ln 6 minus ln 11. So we're going to do 6 ln 6, close that parentheses for the ln 6, minus ln 11. Now we have to close the two parentheses there. So notice that the two outside parentheses are enclosing the whole denominator. We're going to hit equals, and we get 1.4, and we're going to round the 3 up, so 1.44. Okay, so that's it. So just a recap of what we did here, right? In case some of us got lost or we need another explanation. So we did it the same way we did the other ones, right? We did ln both sides. But we were kind of stuck here because we had the x's on two sides, right? So we distributed distributive property. Then we moved the x to the same side. Now that we had the x's on the same side, what we did was we factored the x out, and we left whatever was left over in the parentheses. Then we started to solve for x, so then we divided by the denominator, or divided by the parentheses in the denominator, both sides. And then we just did our calculator. Okay, so there's a lot of steps in that, but it's not too bad. Once you get the hang of it and understand the process of it, it's not too much different from algebra. It's just that we have the ln's in there, which are technically just constants. So you can treat them as they're constants. We can add, subtract, multiply, divide on both sides by them, and then be okay with it. The other things that we did was the distributive property, and we remember to factor out the x to get x by itself. All right, that is it. Please make sure you're taking your notes down. Write any questions you have down, and we can talk about them next time. Good job.